Hello everyone, I'm Megan and today we are making healthier burritos. Now at the end of this we're going to compare my burritos to the burritos from Taco Bell and mine will definitely be better. So we decided to go with the chicken burritos because they are a lot healthier and have a lot less saturated fat. We have to cut up the chicken to make it better bite-sized portions to fit in the burrito. And it is delicious. It is rotisserie chicken, so it's pre-cooked, and so we don't have to cook any of it. It just needs to be warmed just to make sure it is all healthy and good for you. Now, chicken has a lot less saturated fat than other animal products because it is a poultry and not from a cow, like beef. Because beef is bad for you. Okay, now we're turning the stove on to a medium heat and putting our chicken inside it. And hopefully not dropping it everywhere. Okay. Now we have, and we're back. So, okay, anyways, back from that, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients here. That to add to the chicken, which is nicely cooked and warmed for us now. Here we have some black beans because the original recipe called for refried beans, but refried beans have a lot of sodium and we wanted to kind of get around all that and make this a lot healthier for us. So we're going to add about 1/4 of a can into our chicken here. So just a couple scoops. And this was a whole can, so we scoop some in, stir it around. That looks about right. Now we are adding, now we're adding some salsa. The original recipe called for taco seasoning kind of thing, but it had a lot of sodium and a lot of calories for just a little bag of powder. So we decided that we're going to go with some real flavor and real vegetables to kind of get that extra little bit in there, and then so we decided to go with salsa, which only has 10 calories. So now we scoop this in. It's looking good. We stir it all around. And then last but not least, we are adding about 1/2 bag of reduced fat 4 Mexican cheese kind of thing from the bag. And we add 1/2 of that in there. And reduced fat's always good. It still kind of tastes the same. It tastes good. It tastes just as good. But now we're going to need our whole grain tortillas to make this healthy burrito complete. And here's the tortilla that we have. It's whole grain, which is always good. It has actually a lot more fiber than normal tortillas have, and it's always more expensive because that's how healthy food goes, which is why fast food is so cheap and affordable. So now we're spooning out our mixture onto the tortilla, and it looks delicious. It actually makes a pretty big tortilla, or a big burrito, actually. I'm just so excited about these tortillas. We are putting this all together. And then we're going to fold it all up, and then we have your healthy burrito, only found online for the recipe. And we compare this delicious masterpiece to the burrito from Taco Bell. Now, when you go to Taco Bell, you can see their tortillas are not whole grain, and they fry them to try to heat everything up in order to melt the cheese, and it's not as good. they use those refried beans that actually have a ton more sodium in them, and their meat kind of looks a little frightening. And everything is just kind of, they use sauces and the taco mixture that was not very good for anyone either. Altogether, this entire little monstrosity over here has 2,160 milligrams of sodium. It has 640 grams of calories, or 640 calories. But from fat, there's 210 calories. Now, for most food, you want to have about a third of your calories from fat, which this comes just very, very close. So it's almost to the border where you don't really want to do that, I guess. This you probably wouldn't want to eat as much. It's not as healthy for you. It's not as good for, high school students who are involved in like sports or anything, who are watching what they're eating, which they shouldn't be going to fast food anyway. But with this little 5-minute recipe right here, we have actually a lot less than that. There are a little over 228 calories, which is good, and only 8 grams of fat, which is a lot better than the one from Taco Bell. There's a little over 945 milligrams of sodium, which is it's under half of what the Taco Bell one was, which is a lot better. There are 34 grams of carbs, which is good, and a little over 9 grams of fiber, which is from these tortillas, and 18 grams of protein, which is a lot better than any of the Taco Bell menu items. We have decreased the calories, fat, and sodium, which also helps with cholesterol. Then we've boosted the fiber and protein, and even added a few vitamins from our wonderful ingredients here, which are all either low fat, or reduced fat, or just kind of bought at a healthier store that's not Taco Bell. So try one of these out. They're a lot better for you, and that's about it. Thanks.